We are ready to begin the rebuild of a dynasty, the rebuild of the Dallas Mavericks. Led in the front court by Luka Doncic and DeLon Wright, who I actually was looking to trade last episode but held off on it. The next stream will probably be like Saturday morning because I'm busy throughout the afternoon and night. So it'll be Saturday morning. But yeah, this is what the schedule actually looks like. Alright. So we're gonna look at the on-the-fly lineups. This I believe this is the bench lineup. But this is the actual starting lineup. You see, I made some moves in here. I made some lineup moves. Unless I don't think I did, because I don't really remember a whole lot about the last episode already. I picked Jalen Brunson as the starter over DeLon Wright. I know. Kind of dumb. Also, I just didn't think Tim Hardaway Jr. had a fit in my lineup as a starter. So he'll bring up the rear with DeLon Wright. He'll be on that part with Seth Curry. Jackson will be playing the 4. And Marjanovic is the starter. Yeah, so these were questionable moves, but these lineups are gonna change. Like I might move Finney Smith for Hardaway, DeLon for Brunson, but yeah, here we go. And as you see, I did this after the episode. I had moved the difficulty to Hall of Fame 9-minute quarters. So we are at home versus the Washington Wizards, led in the backcourt by John Wall and Bradley Beal. That should be an interesting matchup for Brunson and Doncic. Finney Smith versus CJ Miles. That should be a perimeter duel. That should be a perimeter versus wing shooter duel. Rui versus black Japanese player in the NBA versus the unicorn, and tall guy versus tall strong guy. Should we change up the uniforms? I think we're just gonna roll with this, alright? Here we go. Alright, this is the starting lineup. Yeah, this is gonna be questionable. I'm gonna probably get comments like, why didn't you start Tim Hardaway? I'm just playing around with the lineups right now. This isn't full time. Like, this is gonna be a good duel, because they're gonna try and screen out Miles with Rui to get threes with CJ. And this is Premier Week. We are here in Dallas. Opening night, well, not exactly, November 23rd. Not November, oh my god. Yeah, their home court advantage isn't very good. So, yeah. As Bryant wins the tip, they give it out to John Wall. Jalen Brunson will be guarding John Wall. They get the screen quickly by Hachimura. Wall drives, takes the layup, it is good. And John Wall scored the first points of the game. See here, Brunson goes up. I call for a screen from Marjanovic. This is what we worked on in practice. We didn't get the screen, so I hand it to Doncic. I think I should just let him take point guard duties. I let Doncic hit the screen. He misses a tough shot in the lane. Hachimura there to close out. Finney Smith. Miles comes up with the ball. Wall takes the mid-range. It is short. I give it to Marjanovic, who's trying to post down Thomas Bryant, who is just really strong, and that will not work. I get the screen from Marjanovic, take it with Brunson, who is fouled by Thomas Bryant. Jalen Brunson at the free throw line scores the first points of the Mavericks season. And Brunson hits both free throws, making it a tie game. Wall will come up the court, guarded by Jalen Brunson. Now you don't want to allow threes. That's the Wizards' biggest thing. They love to take threes. As you see there, they missed. And Doncic, we get the screen from Porzingis. I tell him to roll to the rim, who has a mismatch against Beal, and he dunks it. Ferocious, let's watch the replay. Gets the screen. I skipped the replay. A little too late. But Porzingis isn't back because he's celebrating. So Wall is taking it up the floor. He gives it to Beal, who is just going to drive and is swatted by Porzingis. That duo should be scary. Luka and Porzingis. Those guys should be scary. I give it inside to Marjanovic, who takes the post midi, which isn't really a shot, but come on. It's not supposed to be perfect. Hachimura guarded by Brunson. Brunson forces a pickup, which he gives it to Beal. Back to Hachimura. Hachimura fakes a shot, and then nothing really happens. And John Wall and one. Foul is committed by Brunson, and Wall hits the free throw. So quickly, some bad fouls to start, and this team is just young and centered. And unfortunately, my mistake, backcourt on Jalen Brunson. It's okay. We make mistakes. Now Wall will take it up the floor. He's going to drive on Brunson's figure, and he is fouled for the second time by Brunson. I'm trying to make sure he doesn't get in foul trouble, so we're going to sub out Brunson. Coming in to the game will be DeLon Wright. As Wall misses the second, and now it is DeLon Wright with the ball. He is guarded by Bradley Beal because of his 6'2" figure, or 6'3". I give it back to Marjanovic, who I give one more trust job to. And it is not a good shot. Miles even tries to get into the driving frame, and Beal gets a kick, but he misses. And Doncic just crosses John Wall, and he is swatted away. And it'll be Luka who takes it back to center court. Screen by Porzingis. The Porzingis 3 is up. It is no good. Now quickly, the Wizards have played good defense, and Wall has shown that they can do anything as he dunks it in. Wright will get the screen. He'll drive, and he is fouled by Bryant. Now the biggest thing I like to do in 2K is I like to drive to the rim and get big guys in foul trouble. And Wright hits the first free throw, and he makes the second, making the Mavs 4 of 4 from free throw range. Actually, I think they're like that's the only points they've made. But Hachimura, look at him go, makes it on the alley-oop from Wall, as the Mavs shooting 17% so far. Just not right now. The night you were expecting. Now Porzingis is just going to put his imposing figure on John Wall and lays it up in him. Now quickly, a 10-8 Wizards lead, but that's okay. There's a lot of game left. And it is Marjanovic. Misses the tough shot over Marjanovic. And it is tipped by Bertans, but is back to Luka. Luka drives and hits the basket. The first points on the night for Luka Doncic. Last year he made the all-rookie first team. Luka with 2 points, had 2 assists right now. And Beal drives it on the court, and he makes the shot. So the Wizards keep fighting and itching back. And Doncic will come up with the ball. Doncic will drive inside, blocked by Hachimura. And they have nobody the speed of him to get back, and the Wizards make it a 4-point lead once again. So they drive up with Wright, tries to get a screen. Porzingis almost takes that shot, but he does not. Now Wall is a tough defender. It's just hard to get around him. Now Doncic for 3, no, but look at Finney Smith. just gets right into the paint and puts it back in. I kind of did shoot that on purpose a little, but oh well. Oh, I'm gonna check if I'm streaming it. Yep, I am on there. Because sometimes I have streams I like to cut out in the middle of me playing. And Luka with the good defense on Bradley Beal and then loses the ball right away. And Beal just puts the moves on Luka, but he cannot make it. Luka gets a little bit of a closeout. And now Marjanovic is going to post down Bertans and miss the jump hook. It has not been well for Marjanovic to start. And Beal dunks it once again. Mavericks timeout. Timeout was taken by Michael Staffier, new head coach of the Dallas Mavericks. I think we should take out Marjanovic. He gets tired easily on the floor. We'll move in Seth Curry to bring up the rear, and Finney Smith will be taken out for Hardaway. We'll keep in Porzingis due to his massive figure and for the fact he didn't lose much energy. So we've got kind of the shooting backcourt out there. We've got kind of a shooter's touch out there. And Mo Wagner tips the ball right to Isaiah Thomas, who has just great speed, hits the short mid-range. It is a 6-point Wizards lead. Now the Mavs, they're young. They're kind of young right now. As Wright is blocked at the rim by Bertans. And it'll be Ish Smith drives up, psych, to Troy Brown Jr. It's the 3. It is a 9-point Wizards lead now. Now I think what we should do is we are gonna now have to crash the offensive glass because we're missing shots now. We're not making our shots, and Hardaway Jr. keeps the trend going by missing another mid-range. And Troy Brown, guarded by Tim Hardaway Jr. And Isaiah Thomas, guarded by Seth Curry. And Thomas has it blocked by Seth Curry. And Wright will lead the break. And Porzingis will pull up from 3, except no, it is no good. So a rough start for Dallas as Smith misses the basket. Almost made it. And then Hardaway Jr. gets open and hits the Mavs' first 3 of the game. And quickly, a 9-point lead has been put down to 6. And Mo Wagner hits the basket, gets the dunk, a 13-5 Wizards run. It was 10-10, and now it is 23-15. Now Powell can get the screen. It's just Mo Wagner is pretty big and impressive, and he could shoot. And so Wright drives, misses, no call there, and Powell gets the board. Ish Smith for 3, no. That could have been another timeout, and that would have been catastrophic, as Hardaway Jr. is fouled by Isaiah Thomas. The first for Thomas, 3 team fouls for the Wizards this quarter. It is now back to 6 as Hardaway makes both free throws. And Bertans does what Mo Wagner did just a minute ago and cuts inside. And it is Seth Curry has it blocked by Mo Wagner. 3 blocks for Wagner. As Justin Jackson with the basket is a 10-point Wizards lead. It's not a good start for the Mavericks. And it'll be Powell on the mid-range. No good. And Troy Brown Jr. with the drives up and misses. And that'll end the first quarter. A 10-point Mavericks lead. They jump out to a nice lead. And that is the end of the first. And we are back for the second quarter. As the Mavs will get the ball because they lost the tip. Brunson will enter in. Guarded by Thomas. Screen by Kleber. And Kleber! What a block from Thomas Bryant. I messed up twice. It is now a 12-point Mavs lead. And we might have to change up our defensive. Our defense! Another a tipped basket again. And Troy Brown misses rebound Justin Jackson. And Jackson, a really good player in college, hasn't really proved a whole lot in the NBA. A steal from Brown. And Brown will drive on Powell. It is no good. There's Brunson. Gets a screen from Kleber. Another block. And the Mavs might need to stop the driving. Brunson takes the mid-range. It is no good. Another missed basket. And Justin Jackson will take to guard Thomas Bryant. And Thomas is fouled by Tim Hardaway Jr. And Thomas will make the first free throw. And he makes the second. A 14-point Mavericks lead. Might need to change up what we're doing, but we have a new head coach, so it's not exactly going to click after day one. Another block from Bryant. The Mavs defense is just playing incredible. Smith to Thomas for three. No. Lee with the board. Here's Hardaway Jr. Thomas falls, and Hardaway Jr. scores the first points of the second for the Mavs. Mavs shooting 6 of 25, a rough night. Meanwhile, the Wizards shooting twice, better percentage. And it will be Brunson who does not get the block. And the Mavs just keep piling it on. And Brunson will take the mid-range, and they finally make a mid-range on the pull-up from Jalen Brunson, who has 4 points and 4 rebounds on the day. Thomas gets a double screen. And Bryant fouled by Kleber. And Thomas Bryant will make the first free throw. And in turn makes the... Oh no, he misses the second. And Brunson will come up the floor. Wall just makes it out of the paint. And Kleber, what a drive on Hachimura. And Kleber has his first points of the night. Brunson guarding John Wall. That's going to be a tough matchup there. Here's Kleber. Kleber plays the good defense. And Finney Smith, back on the trail, tries to pass out of his shot, and it is out of bounds. The ball will be placed with the Wizards. And Luka will re-enter the game. But he's with the bench mob, guys, which isn't that bad, except for Finney Smith. Here's Wall just holding that ball. Who's holding the ball? Just holding the ball. Good defense from Jackson. And a tough no good from Courtney Lee. Just a bad shot. And one Rui Hachimura. And the free throw is good. So the Mavs jump back out to a 14-point lead. And the Mavs have put themselves back in a hole. And Luka hits the long two with Beal in his face. Well, not exactly in his face, but pretty close to him. And it's Hachimura. Hachimura, I think that's how you pronounce it. Makes the tough basket in the lane. And Wright driving as a shot. And what a rebound, Finney Smith. That nothing good can come out of it. And Wall takes the two short. Armed it. I think he actually long armed it. I might have. Oh, and Kleber. I had an open three with him, but I did not spot him in time. Well, I did, but I don't know the time. I didn't have enough to take the shot. And it is Doncic, who is just hit hard by Thomas Bryant. And Luka hits the first free throw, 5 points on the night. And he hits the second. The Mavs down by 12 and have only scored 10 points this quarter. But that's not bad because the Wizards have only scored 12. And it is Bryant, another foul from the Mavs. And Bryant on fire. Well, not literally, but his takeover thing. And he makes both free throws. So here comes Doncic. And the Mavs have not had a good shooting night. Just have had an ugly night from deep and from the mid-range. And Bryant is fouled. He's down to 4 fouls now. And they keep him in despite the Mavs knowing that he has 4 fouls, and they might try and drive on him more. And they've moved Seth Curry to point guard, which isn't the greatest idea because he may be short, but he's a bad defender. As I say that, he plays good defense, but nobody can box out John. And Luka gets the rebound on a Porzingis tip. Now, they've got a weird matchup here. Now, Porzingis' massive frame can post down Hachimura. Now, here comes Seth Curry. Gets a nice screen. Takes the mid-range. Missed! And Marjanovic misses and one basket potentially. And he misses the first free throw. And he makes the second, which makes it an 11-point game now. 11-point lead for the Wizards. And here comes Wall, guarded by Seth Curry. They switch. And now where Finney Smith is on John Wall. Oh, and what a play from Wall, finding Wagner in the paint with 4. And now Wagner has 4 points and I believe like 3 blocks. And Curry attacks the rim, and another foul from the Wizards. And Curry makes both free throws, putting the lead back down to 11. And the Mavs hoping to get some defense out as Marjanovic. I can tell that he needs to get out of the game. And here's Lucas, screen by Marjanovic. Has it swatted away by Wagner, the rookie out of Michigan. As I couldn't find anybody. Here's Doncic, screen Porzingis, and Doncic gets no foul, despite it looking like there was a lot of contact. And a block. Here's Powell on Wall, fouled, and that'll put the Mavs inside the bonus. And Powell will make the first. And he will miss the second despite a better percentage to make it as John Wall for 3. No. Here's Doncic. Hardaway Jr. Hardaway Jr. throws it down on Hachimura. This game is now down to 10. There's Curry guarding Wall. Tough shot is good. John Wall, 10 points on the night. And dunk kick from outside. No, missed it. And back, put in by Porzingis. Here's Curry. He can give up the 3 to Wall any day. Here's Wagner. Dunk kick guarding Beal. Takes the tough shot. Almost blocked in the lane, but it is good. Here's Curry. Oof. Just being brutalized. Dunk kick for 3. It's good. 11 points for Dunk kick. He has back-to-back baskets. I'm just kidding. That's Porzingis. Porzingis hit the last shot. And Wall just 2. Wall is just insanely good. And from what it looks like, the pick and fade is not working right now. They give it right back to Dunk kick. Oh, he drives as Wagner jumped out of the paint. That looked catastrophic. And Wall has his takeover in hand. As Wall drives to the right. Curry following his move. Wall is no good, and the Mavs cut what was once a 14-point lead down to 9 at the half. Tom, to you. I'm just kidding. No, there's no Tom. Pre-game show. Halftime show.
Bernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. You gotta love the John Wall we saw in the first. He had 12 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. And taking a look at the Wizards, Shaq, what you think?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had. Anytime they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times, they kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese.
Kenny, how do you think Dallas played?
More efficiency on offense. That's what jumps out at me. You aren't going to win many games shooting under 35%.
I mean, John Wall has just been a force to deal with. The Mavs just shooting 32% to the Wizards 49. But the Wizards are getting out rebounded, but they also have more blocks. I mean, yeah, Luka with 13 points, and the Mavs start out with the ball in the third quarter. Here is Dunk kick driving up, guarded by Beal, and Dunk kick. Powell takes the basket, no, and Brunson gets the rebound, and he puts it in. Here comes Wall, guarded by Jalen Brunson. A 7-point game. Hachimura with the cut. And the Wizards have been running a lot of cuts. The Mavs have slow centers. I think that should be added to our trade block list. Get fast centers. Get fast people who can guard people like Hachimura on cuts. And a dunk from Dunk kick. And Beal has it ripped away by Dunk kick. Has it ripped away by Beal. Here's Hachimura. Tough shot is good. Here's Powell. Here's long kick. Guarded! Hachimura with the steal. CJ Miles on the shot. It is no good. Here's Porzingis fouled by Hachimura. Porzingis will get 2 free throws. First one up and in. The Mavs cut what was a 14-point lead, and they managed to cut it in half. And Bryant will re-enter the game despite having 4 fouls. Here's Powell guarding John Wall. Wall easily breaks down the old man and puts it in on him. 15 minutes and 14 points. Oof. Doncic avoids the backcourt and scores for 17 points. This has been a weird night where Doncic has, I'm just kidding, it's not really a weird night. Here's Beal. Screen. Goes the other way with it. No. Here is Hardaway from deep, and it is no good. Here's John Wall. Tough shot. It is good. A timeout from the Wizards. Oh wait, no, that was Mavs. My bad. It was Mavericks. And it looks like Doncic might have to go out. He's tired. Jackson will enter. We'll throw in Barea, even though he's actually really short. I don't think I sub Porzingis out this game. We'll go Finney-Smith right there. We'll throw back in Kleber. All right. So this will be JJ Barea's first minutes. He's actually expected to not play much, so. And another missed call, and Kleber with the steal, the score. I was just kidding about the missed call. And the Mavs are starting to pick up their percentage, but they're still just 17 of 47. And here's Thomas trying to get by Barea. Takes the pull away. Tough shot. It is good. 10 points on the day for Isaiah Thomas. And Barea could have had a drive, maybe even had his chance to. Free throws. And a block! Miles pulls up. No. Miles is unable, has been unable to hit a shot today. There's Barea. Takes the mid-range. It is good! JJ Barea scores his first points of the night. And he will be guarding Isaiah Thomas. Thomas trying to get by the slower Barea. Barea 5'10" out of Northeastern. And a tough shot, Hachimura again. 15 for Hachimura, 8 for Porzingis because of the power forward comparison. And a block by Bryant, another missed call. Hachimura has it tipped in. And no call, no goaltend either. Miles from the same spot he pulled up a minute ago, except this time he makes it. I'm thinking about throwing my controller through the TV. I'm just kidding, I'm not. But the Mavs, I don't know. I don't know what to say about them. This is just my first game with them. Another missed call. And more missed calls. And Hachimura, tough shot, no good. Yeah, or say not Barea. I can't play that guy. Here's Barea. Has it blocked by Hachimura. And just no way you can play Barea. Almost made that shot over Finney-Smith, but luckily he was there. Here's Jackson on the three. It is good. And he puts the lead down to 10, his first points. And here's Thomas. Thomas's faster frame. Even though Barea has a bigger frame. And missed. Miles with the rebound, fighting for it. And Kleber gets the final. Here is Lee. Missed. Just a bad, not good shooting numbers tonight for Dallas. And he, oh no, as Bryant and one, Barea commits the foul. And just an unfortunate day if you're JJ Barea. And he makes the free throw. And here's Brunson. Screen Marjanovic. Brunson! Another block! By Bryant. I think that's number 5. Brunson screen Kleber. I don't really know what I was thinking. I actually should have taken that shot. Here's Curry, takes the mid-range. It is good. Hits the mid-range with the shot clock winding down. Here's Thomas. Thomas blocked. Bryant, another foul committed by the Mavericks. And Bryant misses the first. Bryant makes the second. Makes it a 12-point game. Brunson with the drive. Makes the shot in contact. There wasn't a whole lot of contact, but oh well. Ish Smith coming up the floor. And he uses his frame to nearly miss the layup. He just blows right by Jalen Brunson. I mean, the Mavs have not been able to play the greatest defense, and that is 5 on Bryant. Of course, I have one friend on PlayStation who puts the N-word in his name. Fat N-word David E. Can't use the N-word, family friendly. And Bertans with the jam. Just not a good night for Dallas, offensively and defensively. Oh, Kleber, hook shot is good. For Maxi Kleber is a 10-point game still. Ish Smith hits the tough shot in the lane. Wait, what? Why can't I sub him out there? Yeah. I think we're gonna put him right. And a Kleber gets the and one. Maxi Kleber. And another foul for the Mavs. And now they are in the bonus. Whew. And Kleber hits the free throw. On the foul by Ish Smith. Ish Smith committing the foul. Blocked by Wright. What a block. And Seth Curry dunks it. That is something you don't see. Seth Curry. 7-point game once again. Wall to Smith, guarded by Wright. Here's Curry. Seth Curry guarding him. Guarding Wall. Smith trying to get by. Uses it. Mid-range. Silence the crowd. And with 16 seconds, they will try to wind down the quarter. Wright makes the basket. Beal at the horn, no. All right, so a 7-point game. Entering the fourth quarter, the Mavs come back from the ashes in which they were down by 16 to bring it back to 7, as some of the bench mob makes a huge fight. Makes a fight in the end.
And let's take now this moment to bring up on the State Farm assist of the game. And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands. He's the man in charge. Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
Hold on, answering my mom. And this is it. The final quarter. And here's Bryant, guarded by Doncic. He can't move right now. Whoa! Takes it! No! Porzingis! Chance to make the lead shorter! Hardaway! Hardaway backs out of his shot. And he gives to Doncic, guarded by Ish Smith. Doncic fouled! Nearly made it. And Doncic will hit the free throw. And this is the closest the Mavs have been all night. The closest they've been, 19 for Luka. This is the closest Dallas has been. Here we go. Oof, Marjanovic guarding Wall. This might get ugly. Mid-range. Oh, Wall. Quiets the crowd. He's right. Oof, missed right. Here's Wall. Takes it! And Wall with another basket. A 5-point lead turned back up to 9. And Porzingis just going to use his massive frame. Fouled by Smith. Another foul for Smith. Hardaway, as Bryant trying not to get his 6th foul, as he is currently at 5. Here's Wall, guarded by Wright. Wall just in a bad situation. Tough basket, and rebounded by Porzingis. Here's Hardaway. All the way to the rim! What a play! Dunks it! Hardaway Jr. gets the crowd back on its feet. Down 5. Beal with the ball to Bryant. Back to Wall. Wall has had the hot hand all night. Wall has had the hot hand. And Porzingis has it! And blocked by Porzingis! And Porzingis will dunk it! 3-point game! Crowd is on their feet! Not really, they're just loud. But they're not on their feet. Blocked by Marjanovic! Rebounded by Wall! Missed! Rebounded Marjanovic! Here's Hardaway Jr. to Doncic. Here's Marjanovic! Puts it to 1! This is the closest Dallas has been all night! Here's Wall. No! Wall! Blocked by Porzingis! Here's White! Good! Wright! Delon Wright! With the three! For the lead! Timeout, Washington! What a play! What a game! What a f***er! The Mavs have been out. The Mavs have outscored the Wizards 13-4. And they have taken a big lead. They're going to give Doncic some rest. And they're going to let people play. They're going to keep in Porzingis, but they're going to give rest. Jeez. Right staying in, but... Here's Bryant, guarded by Powell. Oof. Forces a pickup to Miles, back to Wall. And they're back where they started. Back where they started. 4. Reed has to take it. No! And Porzingis has his 9th board. Here's Lee. Lee. Oh, what a steal from C.J. Miles! He'll lay it up, and it is tied. Oof. A costly turnover. Here's Wright, has it blocked. Bryant. All inside of Bryant, has a disadvantage. Tough defense from Wright, though. Never backed down. There's Justin Jackson. Neither does Wall. He does not back down either. Oof. Hard defense. Porzingis barely gets it off. 12 points and 10 rebounds tonight for Kristaps Porzingis. And Hachimura goes right back in. Timeout, Dallas. A tight ball game as Stafford, in his first game as head coach of the Mavs, has led the comeback. Bus. And we are tied. Here's Wright, comes right up the floor. Guarded by Thomas. Oh, behind the back move! Has it blocked again! Bryant, I think he has a block record. Howell to Lee. Lee steps back out. And Lee with a tough miss. Lee has not been able to hit anything tonight. Here's Thomas. Gets the screen. Missed. And Porzingis gets the rejection. But Bryant gives it and back out to Miles. Oh, C.J. Miles. Good. And the Wizards have recaptured the lead. I think not having Luka out there kills them. Not having Luke out there might hurt them. Steal! Hachimura picks it up. Hachimura fell. Porzingis, it nearly went in. It almost went in. And quickly, a 2-point Mavs comeback has been vanished into a 5-point lead for the Wizards. Here's Doncic. Missed it! How in the world did he miss that? Miles! What a basket! 2:20 to go, and a 7 Wait, oh, he tried. I could tell he wanted to. Porzingis! Back to 5. Wizards ball. Timeout Washington. 2 minutes to go. We are down to the 2-minute mark. Thomas! What a play! Behind the back, lays it in. Oh, Doncic! You bet! Luka Doncic! Behind the back, 3-pointer to pull it in. Beal has it. The night has been practically led. Thomas! Oh, one shot of it, rebounds it. Finney Smith to Doncic. Ooh, Thomas trying to fight his way through this. Top basket. Oh, Javich! Wow! Boba dunks it right on Hachimura. Nice go. Beal. A 2-point game. 7-point lead has been vanished. A double screen. Beal has it. Short. Doncic 3. No. No, blocked. He had a putback blocked. No, Porzingis. Doncic. Here's Finney Smith. Takes the lead. You can't believe what just happened. You won't believe it. Thomas in the corner. No. All they gotta do is put the icing on the cake. Doncic dunks it. Timeout Dallas. Luka has turned on this Mavs team! And a 10-2 run! No, a 10-0 run! Wow! Well, they don't actually need a 3 here. They don't need to go quick! And it's good! I would try and get Luka if you can! Oof! A dangerous pass! I'd try to get Luka over here if you can. And they're going to foul right away. Luka makes the first. 25 for Luka. Oh, he missed it. Luka with a clutch miss. Bad miss here. Dallas. 10, 9, 8. That's it. Oh! Is it? It's all gone! And the Mavs have made the comeback! The Mavs have done it! Are you kidding me? They did do it! Oh, what a game! Down 16! What a victory! We're gonna like simulate over to that one. So like we'll be ready when it happens. Oh my. Biggest lead, 14. Ours was 3. Oh my, alright. Dude, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. Alright, well, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you guys like on Saturday morning for game recap.